I'm Pippa Tshabalala, and today we're going to be having a look at the Western Digital or WD Black P50. This is an SSD hard drive that is specifically designed for gaming. Now, if you've been following me on my socials, you will have noticed that I was talking a little bit about it last week. But today I'm actually going to be kind of putting it through its paces, having a look at some benchmarks that I did, and just basically seeing how this little guy performs. Apart from the really tiny size and the awesome design, is the fact that it's designed specifically for gaming. Now, my hard drive on my laptop is already an SSD, so the whole idea is that because this is designed for gaming, what I decided to do is I would do a benchmark running a game off of my laptop, the SSD drive on my laptop, and then running a game off the P50. Plus, of course, it works on PC, it works on PS4, and it works on Xbox, so you really have quite a wide variety of devices that you can use it on. But you can connect it either via USB Type-C to USB Type-C, or USB Type-C to USB Type-A. Now, strangely enough, I found that it actually performed slightly better on USB Type-C to Type-A, which was a little bit of a surprise for me, but also it might have been the game that I was running. I did a couple of benchmarks on Far Cry New Dawn, mainly just because it looks pretty, and I still play it a lot because I really love it. So what I was really impressed with was that actually the game ran better off the P50 than it did off my SSD on my laptop. The one thing that any gamer knows is that obviously you want the best performance that you can possibly get when playing a game. Nobody wants lag, nobody wants dropped frames, you want the absolute highest render quality just to make the games look absolutely spectacular. Now, while I did run some technical benchmarks, and I think that that kind of thing is always important when you're really thoroughly reviewing a hard drive, but I think the really important thing here is that we're not just looking at straight performance. I personally not only play a lot of games, but I also do a lot of video editing, both things like social media as well as in my day-to-day job. And I cannot state enough that the performance on this drive was awesome. Often when you're editing, you find that there's a slight bit of lag when you're trying to read files and bring them into a piece of edit software. And in this case, there was next to nothing. I mean, I found that on occasion, if I was doing other things in the background, then you might find a little bit of lag whilst I was editing, whilst something was downloading and something else was processing at the same time. But on the whole, the read and write speed was really phenomenal. Also, what you must bear in mind in these benchmarks is that not only am I benchmarking the game, but I'm also screen capturing footage whilst I'm doing it. And that actually impacts the performance slightly because your computer is trying to do more than one thing at once. You can also see in this video that whilst it's not ideal, I did just do also a little bit of a phone film screen thing going on there, just to be able to see the difference in benchmarking without screen capturing at the same time. And actually you'll see that the performance increases are quite significant. The only possible downside I would say for this is the price, which is not cheap. It comes in at about $6.2, but I think it really depends on what you're looking for here. If you're looking for just a little bit of extra storage, then I probably wouldn't recommend it. If you're really looking to get the most out of your games and looking for extra storage at the same time, we all know that the hard drives that come with most of our devices are never enough to store all of the games that we have on our system. So if you're looking for performance and extra storage space and a really cool design, well then you pretty much can't go wrong with the P50. There are also a number of different devices in the range, so if you're not necessarily looking for an SSD, then you might also want to check out one of their other devices. Am I going to give this an out of 10 score? No, I'm not. I think everything like this always comes down to personal preference. I personally really like this drive. I cannot actually say enough what a difference in performance it made to some of my games and to my edit stuff. I know that it is specifically designed for games, but anyone who works in media will know the advantage of having a really fast drive when you're trying to copy files backwards and forwards. It makes such a difference. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am going to get back to playing some more games.